Hello and welcome to a vlog of Edinburgh. This is my favorite city in the entire world, so I was very excited that we actually got to get to it on this trip. And I also firstly went to the Witch's Whale because I was sure I had a photo of this, but I could not find it anywhere in my archives. It's right near the castle. It's got some important history to it, but it's just such a ridiculous situation because basically it's a plaque saying, hey, we burnt a bunch of witches here, we probably shouldn't have done it. But also it doesn't mention that none of these women were witches and they shouldn't have died in the first place. So it's a bit of Scottish history that's a little bit weird, and I just wanted to revisit it because I had read a book recently that made me want to revisit it, so there we were. We spent some time on the Royal Mile, although not tons of time on the Royal Mile, and you'll come to find out why in a little while, but I did hit some of the highlights like the Heart of Midlothian, and walking down the mile is always a good fun thing to do, and of course seeing the castle from a distance is always really beautiful. However, I then found out about book sculptures. I didn't know that these were a thing. They showed up after I lived in Edinburgh, and they are just really, really cool. They're anonymous, just somebody started making them and then leaving them places, and I thought that was really cool. So as soon as I found out about them, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna have to go and, see these for myself. And I found out that some of them are right in the main branch of the public library, which are where these ones are, so they were just the easiest to find and the easiest to take a look at because they're really, really cool and obviously right up my alley when it comes to, things that I really enjoy. So art, books, yes, please. These are absolutely gorgeous. And then the library itself also was pretty cool. I always love going to a library. Here's Greyfriars Bobby. He's adorable. There's a whole story. You can look it up. Going down Candlemaker Row is also always fun because you get this great view of the castle in the distance. And it was good to see that certain places I used to go to still exist. This is a little courtyard that I had never heard of before when I lived in Edinburgh, so we had to check it out because my best friend sent me a video about it. So here we are. It's really cute. I'm sure it's even better when it's, in bloom and not at the very beginning of spring where it's kind of gross. This is a museum that is most of the way down the Royal Mile that I had never been in before. So again, we just decided to go and visit and see what we could see because museums are free, so why wouldn't you? I'm also very excited that I finally got to meet Jean. This was wonderful because I'd meant to meet her 3 years ago when I was supposed to be coming to the UK. And obviously we spent so much fun time together going to bookshops and getting cakes and that type of thing that I didn't take any vlog footage because I was just having a really good time meeting Jean. So Jean, it was really lovely to see you. I'm very excited for the next time we come back and hopefully to spend more time with you and Chris and all those good things. It's going to be a wonderful time. We also went to Arthur's Seat, which was one of the things on my list that we definitely had to do because it's something I always meant to do basically all the time while living there and then never really got around to doing, which was just walking up this really, really, really big hill at the bottom of the Royal Mile. It's a crag and tail formation. Geology is a whole big thing about this, but it's just such a fun trek up, and I just wanted to, have a good day of wandering through it. I don't think I've been up the biggest part before. I usually just went up the closest little bit of the hill. But we decided to wander through, and of course there was a bunch of broom and bloom, which I am allergic to, so that caused a few issues, but really I just tried to ignore it because I was having a good time climbing up this formation and just enjoying the day. We also sat up there and had a little bit of a picnic and just looked at the views all around us and all of the little people climbing up the other sections of it. It was just such a beautiful day to do it as well. I was really glad that we got good weather, and you can also see the ruins where my friends got married so many years ago now, over a decade ago, and it's just a really pretty place, and I'm glad that we went there, and then we wandered around a little bit more. However, we were then sick. We got our first colds in 3 years and spent the whole weekend in bed, and there were tons of things I wanted to do in Edinburgh that we did not get to do, but that's okay. It's not like I'm never going to go back to my favorite city again, so it's good to know that I will still have things to do, like go to the baked potato shop, which I definitely really, really wanted to do because I tried so hard on this trip to get some vegan haggis, and the people were just out of it, so it's good that other people are eating it, I guess. Something I'll have to do next time. And then from there, we exited via Waverley Station and left so that we could continue our trip. We actually took a train down to Newcastle and then a boat over to Amsterdam, and that, of course, will be included in the next vlog. Thank you so much for adventuring with us on this trip. Thank you for your patience and waiting for these vlogs to come out, because honestly, I procrastinated doing these voiceovers because it seems really weird to do. But I also really love taking all of this footage, so I'm glad that I'm actually using it instead of taking a bunch of this footage and then just completely leaving it on a hard drive somewhere and absolutely not using it. So, thank you very much for joining me. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I suggest that you do that, especially if you want to see more of these types of travel vlogs or if you like bookish content. And of course, I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.